Assalamu alaikum, dear learners. How are you? Hope that all of you are fine. By the grace of Almighty Allah, I am also fine. Dear learners, in our previous class, we talked about good food. That is in Unit 2, Lesson 1. Today, we will try to read Unit Lesson 3, our daily diet. In this lesson, we try to know what kind of food should we eat. In this lesson, we will try to make a balanced diet for us, which will help us to keep our body fit. So, dear learners, our today's lesson is our daily diet. So, dear learners, this is actually a dialogue between Miss Rahina and her students. So, before going through the dialogue, let's try to know the meaning of some keywords. There are 4 keywords, and first of all comes essential. It means completely necessary. Next comes disease. It means an illness caused by infection. Then comes calcium. It means a chemical substance. It means a period of time between 2 events. Okay, now let's try to go through the dialogue. Miss Rehna, let's talk about some essential foods that we need to eat regularly. For our good health, we must choose the right food in our daily diet. Student 1. We eat rice, roti, fish and meat every day. What else should we have, teacher? Miss Rehna, well, we must also eat vegetables and fruits. They contain a lot of vitamins and minerals. They keep our body free from diseases. They are also good for our skin and overall health. Student 2. Should we have anything else? Miss Rehna, sure. We need to drink milk every day. Milk is highly rich in calcium. It's good for our healthy growth. It makes our bones and teeth strong as well. We must drink pure water at regular intervals. 2. It's essential for our body. We can't live without drinking water. So learners, you can see that the students are asking Miss Rehna what kind of food actually they should take to keep them healthy, and she is suggesting some kind of food. So, dear learners, let's try to make a definition of good food from lesson 1 and lesson 2. In our lesson 1, we came to know about good food. And in lesson 3, the students are discussing about good food. So what is good food? Actually, any natural substance that people or animals eat or drink, or that plants absorb in order to maintain life and growth is called food. Now, dear learners, now we will make a chart of different kinds of food and what kind of food values they contain. We will try to know. Let's make a chart. First of all, the students tell that they take roti, rice, bread, corn, we can say corn, we can write grain, we can mention here pasta, Actually, those kind of food which contain fiber, sugar, starch contains carbohydrate as a food value. And we can also write here potato, etc., which have sugar, fiber and starch. Those kind of food which contain sugar, fiber, starch, those kind of food contain carbohydrate. DRATES, carbohydrates. So what are the functions of carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are source of energy. Source of fuel our brain, kidneys, muscles and central nervous system. So we have written here some kinds of foods. Those contain carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are source of energy. Carbohydrates fuel our brain, kidneys, muscles and central nervous system. Let's try to write some other kind of food. We can write fish. We can write meat, different kinds of meat, different kinds of fish, seafood. We can write beans, lentils, etc. Those kind of foods contain protein. And what do proteins do in our body? Actually, protein does all kinds of jobs in our body. Do all kinds of jobs in our body, like makeup or hair, nails, bones, muscles, so proteins actually do all kinds of jobs in our body, like makeup or hair, nails, bones, muscles, etc. and shape our body tissues and organs. So this kind of foods like fish, meat, seafood, beans, lentils, those kind of foods contain proteins, and proteins do all kinds of jobs in our body, like it makes up our hair, nails, bones, muscles and shapes our body tissues and organs. Now let's try to write some other kinds of food, and those are vegetables and fruits. So dear learners, what vegetables and fruits contain? They contain vitamins, and minerals. Vitamins and minerals. Vitamins and minerals build our immune system, and keep body free from diseases. what do vegetables and fruits do? Vegetables and fruits contain vitamins and minerals, and vitamins and minerals build immune system in our body and keep our body free from disease. Now dear learners, now we will try to write another kind of foods, and those are milk, egg, dairy products produced from milk are called dairy products. Peanut, oil. There are actually different kinds of oils. We can say vegetable oils and animal oils. Both we need, but in a small amount. We should not eat too much oil, etc. Those kind of food actually contain fats. So, dear learners, we have written milk, egg, dairy products, peanuts, oil, etc. So, what do those foods contain? They contain fats, and fat actually promote normal body function. Promote normal function of the brain. Fats promote normal function of the brain, and it absorbs some vitamins which are only soluble in fats. So absorb fat, absorb some vitamins which are not soluble in water. Those kind of vitamins are only soluble in fats. So now, dear learners, there may be arise a question. Those certain kind of food, as example, we can say milk. Milk contains protein, contains carbohydrate, fats, and is also a good source of calcium, magnesium, potassium, zinc, riboflavin, and various other kinds of nutrients. So we can't say that a certain food only contains a certain food values. It may contain carbohydrates, side by side may contain vitamins or minerals, and each and every food actually contain water, less or more. But there are water, we can find water in every food. So, dear learners, water is a very essential thing in our life because water is life. We know that, but water may be death as a cause for death also, because if we don't drink pure drinking water, it may cause death. So we should drink water. So what does water do to our body? It keeps our body temperature normal. Regulate our body temperature. Regulate our body temperature. Water regulates our body temperature, carry nutrients and oxygen to cells, aid digestion, prevent constipation, so water regulates our body. Okay, so water regulates our body temperature, it carries nutrients and oxygen to cells, it aids digestion and prevent constipation. So dear learners, we should drink pure water at regular intervals. It's very important. It helps to digest our food. So dear learners, I think you have understood our lesson. And if you try to write the answers of all the questions from the text, you will go through the text again and you will try to know the meaning and try to write the answers of your own. Okay, till I hope you will keeping yourself safe and sound. Allah Hafiz.